Hello, so let's talk about leverage in property investing. Why people invest money in property? What's the one of the very good benefits of investing through in property, your money in property? So property is one such thing where you can leverage the bank's money, or in other words other people's money, to buy an asset. You might not have the full 100% deposit that you want to buy a property for. Let's say the property is worth 500,000 and you don't have that 500,000. But what property allows is, if you have, like, around 80,000, 70,000, depending on either you're a home buyer or investor. If you have, like 70, 80,000, you can still purchase a property for that particular price range. So what you're essentially doing is you're investing in an asset which is worth 500,000, but you're only paying 10% or 15% as a deposit. So that's the magic of it. You can't do this with shares. You can take the best shares of in the world. Let's say maybe Apple, I don't know about share market, but let's say Apple shares or Google shares, whatever. If you go to the bank and say, I want to invest in shares worth 50,000, and I want to put 10,000 of my money, and can you fund the 40,000? They will never do that. Doesn't matter how big the share, how good the share is, or how good the company is. They will never do that. But for a property that is something physical that the banks can value at a certain value, they will say, okay, if you are able to come up with a 10% deposit or whatever their requirements are, and you have a decent job, we will fund the remaining 90%. We will fund the remaining 95% if you're a home buyer. So that's the big leverage of investing in property. So that's why your investment is much more, even though you're paying interest. Let's say you're paying interest at 4%, but the property growth rate is at, let's say, 7% on an average. So you're still gaining on the 500,000, not just your initial 80,000 deposit. So that's the leverage in property. So it's in very simple terms, I've explained to you how it all works, for why people buy property as an investment, because they see the leverage. Not only it's a physical asset, but it's a leverage. You put some money, but the other part of that money is being funded by the bank. And but any appreciation in the property, any rental income that you generate, is yours, not the bank's. So that's why it is so good and so very well. It can work really well for you if you play it right. Okay, so thanks for your time. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.